So I'm going to put a tutorial up about how I did these with the zipper pull. And then I did these. Also, they have the place for the zipper pull. Only reason why I like adding the zipper pull is because these cards are actually customized, and sometimes you want to you know, not mess up the integrity of the card by tearing it up to get to the money. So with these, you can just pull it, get to your money, and then you still have your card. I actually got a couple of things cut in now. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things. The domes that I use, I can't find them anywhere. I just go to the dollar store and I just bought up gobs of these little chapsticks. Here, I saw a video or something, someone made holders for these to give them out. So far I haven't thrown them away, but that's what I use. I just repurpose the domes that come off of those, and that's why I actually like to put it toward the inside, because you're not going to get the paper off where it was already sealed. So if that's on the outside, then what's here is not necessarily going to match my design. So that's why I like it on the inside so you don't see it. Then I got some of the bigger ones. I actually got these at Michael's, plastic domes. I haven't used these yet, so that's what I'm probably going to do next, is design some cards to actually use these bigger ones. I think it was like maybe $4 or $5, and you get 11 of them, and they were actually on sale, buy one get one half price when I bought them, so I bought up a few of those. And then if you have a die cutter, which I'm waiting on mine to come, and I bought it specifically because I was making these, because I found these pieces. This is the actual pieces that you would need to cut. Now there's a glare on that. To cut out the pieces you need to make your square pieces. And then this is the piece that you would actually use to make your zipper. So I just kind of looked at how this was, and that's when I came up with that shape and just put them together to make that where it just would cut out on the silhouette. So I'm actually waiting on the die cutter. Probably don't need it now since I designed it. So those were just some few of the things that I use. So when I put these together, so sending them to the customer, they can actually buy them flat so that they can actually put their own money in. This would be attached. I just use my tape runner. Tape around. Those are already attached when I get it, so they would actually get it flat. And then I would just take this double-sided tape that I have and just go around all four corners. And then when they are ready to put together, they just pull the tape, fold it, put their money in, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to finish what's cutting, and then I'll upload the actual tutorial of how I did the two and got the measurements to put them together, and they got everything lined up where it actually meets up, this behind this and these two things. Alrighty, get to crafting. Okay, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I did the template for like the shoe. So the possibilities are endless. You can do any shape. So this is one that I'm actually working on now. You could do a pencil for a teacher, or an actual birthday cake, shape of a birthday cake. So the possibilities are endless. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to bring in your picture. Make sure you remove the background. Then we're going to trace the image. And we only need the outer edge, so we're going to trace the outer edge. Okay. Then we need to duplicate this. And then we're going to flip one of them horizontally. Okay. And then we want them to just intersect enough that we can weld those two pieces together. So we're going to move this just a little. That should give us a good weld. So we're going to select the two pieces and weld. Okay, so that takes care of those two pieces for you. So now we have those two pieces. Now, just depending on what you prefer up here to make it look like a hanger, how, you know, the way that it hangs. Some people just like to use a round circle. Some people like that actual shape that's on the actual like cards. So I have that shape somewhere over here. So what I did was I just found these on a template of a card that I had found, and I traced them. So what I actually do is we're going to try to sit them. Let's do this first. So then we're going to actually center this on the mat. And let's center it vertically. Okay. So now we have this centered on the mat. Then we're just going to sit these two pieces and we're going to center them on the mat. Okay. So now those are all centered. Now what you can do is, because we have these two grouped together, we're going to just move them down until you would be comfortable to where they're placed. Okay, looks good. So that would actually make the part for your hanger. Now, as far as the piece that you fit your plastic dome in, it's just a rectangle. So what I did was I just bought some chapstick because I can't seem to find those anywhere. I found the bigger ones at Michael's, and I actually caught those on sale, but I actually like the smaller ones. So I just bought up a bunch of chapstick at the dollar stores by me and just repurposed those. So what I did was, let's put some color in this so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I did was I just measured the inner part of that plastic square, and this is what I came up with here. Is this here. And then to make the actual let's put all this back together. So to make this actual zipper part, I'll show you how I did this, and we're going to give this some color so you can see that. Let's do white on these lines. There we go. We'll put that inside the blue so you can see it. How I made that is, in Silhouette you have lots of different shapes. So I found this shape here. I'll put that some color in it so you can see it. So I found this shape here. I kind of sized it down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to actually flip this vertically so you can see. Okay, so this is how I actually designed that zipper. So then I need to slice the bottom off of this so that it's actually open. Otherwise, if you just do it like it is now, it's going to cut across the bottom and it's not going to work. So in order for that to happen, I'm going to have to remove the color. I'm going to grab my knife tool, and I'm just going to slice right across the bottom of this shape. Okay, and then that just leaves us with this. Then what I do is I'm trying to work where you can actually see. So let's try to zoom in some more. Okay. So then what I do with this piece is I'm just going to keep duplicating it. So just keep going till you have the length that you want it. So if that's where the length that you want it, so if this were the length that you wanted, just going to group those together. And then I'm going to duplicate that again, and we're going to flip it horizontally. What did I do? No, we want to flip it vertically. I'm sorry. Okay. And then just kind of drag it down, and that's what actually makes your zipper. Then I just added a round piece here to give you something to hold, or you could actually take one of these. Again, that's a matter of preference. I'll place it here. I'm sorry. So whether you put a circle or whether you just put a tab like this, they kind of need to meet. Okay, so you can make this as wide as you want it, as narrow as you want it. So that's how I did the actual zipper. So now, in order to get these where they are placed, where they're going to line up perfectly, I'm just going to take these two pieces and center them with each other. Let's see here. Okay. Then if you have this the square place where you think it's going to be good at, then just leave it there. Now group those two together, and then we're going to center them. Okay. Then I just ungroup them, and this might be overkill, but this is just how it worked for me. And then I'm just going to move them in the opposite direction the same amount of time. So if I move the square over 15 spaces, that looks good. Then I just need to move this the same amount. Why aren't we moving? Oh, because you would need to click here. Okay. Now, so now that we have that, that's your main pieces. We're going to make this a compound pad, and here's your main piece. This is the piece that will actually cut, fold. If you score it directly down the middle, it's going to fold perfectly together. I do a print and cut, so we would fit her in here. We would duplicate her, flip horizontally so she can fit on this side. I do my print and cut. When I send it over to actually cut, I would just remove her, send it over, and it's just going to cut that outer edge and cut out your zipper, and you just score it straight down the middle and it will fold. Because I like to use the heavyweight, I haven't found a glossy heavyweight cardstock. I actually use 100-pound weight cardstock. It's nice and it's sturdy. And then I just, on the front part, I just add a piece of clear Oracle 651 vinyl just to kind of give it a little shininess. And that is how I do it. Anybody that wants the actual template for the shoe, I actually designed that shoe as well, and put tracings in where you can make that shoe any color you want. I think the only color I didn't make where you could change is the black, but the actual two colors of the shoe, you can make it any color you want. And the template for the square one that I did, already made out and everything, you could get those two templates for $5. There'll be a link in the video for anybody that wants it. But again, this is something that you should be able to do. It's really simple, so I'm really hoping that this helped. Get to crafting.